Jack Tank Shaw, pride of Abertillery, and one of the hottest prospects in the British scene today. Jack, I know Wales have been a bit behind with the lockdown. I think they've been out for, 2 weeks or something now. How have you been enjoying it? Have you had a chance to sneak off at all?
No, not really. Just same old for me, obviously, because I'm a pro athlete. I could train in fight camp and stuff, and the gym's been open a few months now. So because I'm in fight camp, not a lot of change really. I'm still in the same routine, just back and forth to the gym every day. I look forward now, obviously after the fight, to enjoying one or two in the pub with the boys, obviously. But other than that, I haven't done anything different, to be honest, since we've been out of the lockdown.
I know you've been hitting Warzone pretty hard. You've got your own Twitch channel now. How's that coming along?
Yeah, good. I've been a bit slack this week. I've been busy, but yeah, it's been coming good. We basically, I'm on it every day anyway. I'm on it like every day, and one of the boys that you should start a Twitch. I didn't know nothing about it. I had people telling me you need a PC and all this and that, and then someone said, "Look, you can do it for your PlayStation." So it was easy enough, set it up, and I'm an affiliate on it now, so I don't really know what that means, but people tell me it's a good thing. So we've got we've got a little community on it now. We're going every day. It's the same people chatting along and getting involved with the crack. So I'm starting to nail it down slowly. I'm not quite there yet, but I'm getting to grips with it, but slowly but surely.
Have you monetized it yet? You got any donations coming in?
Yeah, I had a couple last week. I think, oh my God, 15 or 20 subscribers, something like that. And people are sending me bits, and I'm like, I was like, what are these bits? I don't even know what it is. But fair play to the boys on the chat on there, like they sort of talk me through it because they're obviously on there every day. Yeah. I don't get it, but they talk me through it, and they clue me up on the lingo, so I'm starting to get the out of it a bit now.
If I PayPal you a $5, will you say my name on stream?
Yeah, right. I'll do anything, man. Anything for the $5.
Okay. I think one of the last times we spoke, you said about how you had a desire to maybe get into the commentary side of things. And I noticed recently, I think it was UFC 264, you did a bit with 5 Live with Nick Pete and John Gooden. Well, first of all, good company there. Talk us through that. How did that get started?
Yeah, so that was basically after my last fight, they got in touch. Nick Pete got in touch with my old man. He gave me a ring, and he wanted me to. It was the first one I did was the Masvidal Usman card where you had the 3 title fights. And then obviously I'd done the recent one. Who was that? Oh, Poirier McGregor. So
yeah.
They just got in touch. They were like, "Look, we do it for 5 Live." So it was a little bit different because obviously the people who are listening on 5 Live, they can't actually see the fight. So you've got to be a little bit more descriptive, I suppose, in the commentary side of things. And like you said, in good company, sort of John Gooden's like the lead guy, if you know what I mean. He's the one who's keeping the ball rolling, and then me and Nick, I am sort of chirping in with a bit of technique, and Nick is chirping in with his side of things. But it's enjoyable, apart from the shift pattern, the 3 a.m. till 6 a.m. Yeah. Apart from that, it is enjoyable. It's and it's a good experience, obviously, to commentate on something live where you don't know the result, and especially like a big fight like a McGregor Poirier, to see what goes into it in terms of like the research and the stuff you got to do beforehand, and to close off the show. It's a good insight to what the commentators, they don't just sit down and comment on the fight and then that's that. They got so much prep to do, they got so much to do afterwards. So I enjoy doing it. Hopefully they'll have me back now after my fight, and you never know, could see me cage side when they doing it for UFC or Cage Warriors or something.
Hopefully I'll see you there. I noticed you got a bit of a shiner as well. We didn't address it at the start. Is that Chris Jenkins? Was that? How'd that come about?
That was Josh Reed.
Reed, was it?
Yeah, sparring Monday. I've had Kurt here all week with a camera, so he may have caught the crucial blow, but it was just a glance. I think it was more the level on his gloves than a big shot, and it just boom. It's not like it's a graze more. It's not a cut or black eye as such. It just grazed me a little bit. But because I don't get black eyes and stuff often, every person I've seen is like, you got a black eye straight away. So I've been explaining to my mother and my missus this week as well why I've got a black eye. I said, that fighting thing I do for a living, sometimes this might actually happen. Like,
mate, it makes you look hard. Girls will love it.
That's it.
All right, get down to the business end of it. Said Nurmagomedov, 14-2-0. What were your first thoughts when the fight came your way? Seems like complete opposite to Hunter Azure, the last person you fought. A lot of spinning kicks, a lot, very good, well-rounded, to be honest. What were your thoughts when the fight first got announced?
When they obviously came to us first before it got announced and everything, and it's one of them fights. I've fight before. I know people are quite high up on him, and it's a fight to me, to be honest. He's got a style that'll clash well with mine. Like you said, he's flashy with his spin kicks, his spinning attacks. My stand-up's more sort of traditional boxing, traditional kickboxing, Muay Thai. I'm a good strong wrestler, grappler, and then obviously you've got him being Pakistan. He's going to be decent. I think he's a master of sport in combat sambo as well, so that's nothing to just sort of brush over. So it's a good one. He's higher up than me in the rankings on the Tapology site and stuff like that. So obviously a win here will push me in the right direction to where I want to be.
What do you see as sort of like your keys to victories? Obviously, don't want to just give away the full game plan, but what in your arsenal do you feel will give you confidence in getting the win done against Said?
I think his strength is obviously his kicking. His kicking attacks at range. He's fast, powerful with a kick. So make his life difficult. Just stand in the pocket and don't give him that kicking range. If I stand away from him, he's going to be looking for that spin kick all day. I get in the pocket, and then he's got to trade hands and trade in the pocket and be prepared to grapple and wrestle. I got a good strong jab, so it's just a matter of me controlling the range and dictating when I want to be in and when I want to be out, rather than letting him dictate and letting him get those spinning attacks off. Brilliant.
You said in 2020 that the goal was for 3 fights in 1 year. Obviously, nothing went to plan for anyone in 2020. I think we got one overall. You'll have 2 with a win over Said. How satisfied will you be with 2021? Is there any chance of getting another one in before the end of the year?
It's 50-50 at the minute. I've got a holiday planned in November. Obviously, given that I'm fighting in September, I'm probably not going to be able to get one in before then. And then you're knocking on, by the time I come home and isolate, you're knocking on for Christmas then. So it'll more than likely be next year, I should imagine, after this fight. Obviously, the world's upside down at the minute, so maybe if the holiday gets cancelled, perhaps we can squeeze one in before the end of the year. But I feel like with all the cancellations and stuff, like, it's been a long year, to be honest. Like, even with the 2 fights, I wanted a quick turnaround after the last fight, so I pretty much put myself straight back into fight camp and was open for a July fight. I got booked for August, and then obviously that got pushed back to September because it was going to be the London card. And then, it's just the way it's fell. But, 2 fights, two good wins, hopefully level guys. It'll sit me nicely to move on into 2022 then.
Yeah. Talk about the London card. Were you disappointed about the move? Is it just business as usual? How does it feel going back to Vegas again?
Yeah, it was a little bit disappointing, to be honest. It would have been nice to have some fans in there. I know there'll be a couple in the Apex, but nothing compared to 20,000 at the O2. So it would have been nice to have fans and have obviously a London card is as close to an home show as I'm going to get for the minute. So it would have been great to have the boys there and my family and friends there. But once we sort of got word that it was going to be Vegas, it's business as normal. It's once I'm in there, it doesn't make a lot of difference anyway. It's mind on the task at hand. Get the guy in front of me out of there. That's all I think about. So Vegas, Saudi Arabia, London. Once the door closes and the ref says go, it's business as usual regardless. Okay.
Finally, with a win over Said, where do you see yourself in the division? I think we've been sort of floating around that top 15 now. Do you anticipate a top 15 opponent with another win?
Yeah, I think so. I think a win, I don't think it'll put me in the rankings, but be able to fight my corner for a shot at someone who's maybe ranked like 15, 14, 13, the top end. So, but we'll see how it goes. UFC's, it's nuts at the minute between, COVID and shows being moved and stuff. And a lot of the time it's about being in the right place at the right time, ready for the right opportunity. So, like I said, I'll keep myself fit. I know I've got this all-day plan. I'll keep myself fit after this fight and with a win, and things falling into place, then maybe I'll get a shot at the rankings next.
Brilliant. Another 26-year-old bantamweight has been sort of making headlines around the scene. Sean O'Malley's come out and said that he hasn't really got a desire to approach those top 15 opponents. He gets paid the same either way. He's in no rush because once you get to that level, there's no going back. Have you seen his comments? How do you feel about it as someone who's in probably a very similar situation yourself?
I seen something on. I seen Chael Sonnen say something about it, and
Yeah.
I get what he's saying to an extent. Obviously, he's going to get paid the same whether it's like the best in the world or unranked. But he's a very good. How do I word it? He's very good himself, man. You know, he's nailed it, and he knows how to get his name in these headlines with the clickbait. And trust me, if they offered him a guy who's ranked 25th, or they offered him a guy who's ranked 5, who do you think he's going to take? You know. Yeah. As much as we do what we do to provide for the family and make our money, at the same time, of course he wants to be the best in the world. After his last fight, I think he called out Dominic Cruz, Cody Garbrandt, and someone else. So obviously he wants to fight those top guys. But at the same time, he's a very big draw. So perhaps he's holding out to get out that paycheck or what he feels like he's worth. So, but you know, I don't think personally that he doesn't have desire of fighting those top guys. I think he knows ultimately that's where he wants to be, and that's the guys he wants to fight. I think he's just very good at marketing himself, and you know, if he can make the guy he fought last time, if he can make the same money fighting him or fighting someone like Jose Aldo, I suppose what he's saying makes a little bit of sense. But at the same time, we all want to be the best in the world, and we wouldn't be in the UFC if we didn't. So make no mistake, and you know, I know he's good at saying these things, but he definitely wants to be fighting them top dogs. That's a fact.
Make sure to subscribe to the LowKick MMA YouTube channel for all the latest news, event previews, and interviews with some of the biggest stars in MMA.